Hi there, I'm Daphne Walbridge from the First Year Principal. I help new principals not only survive, but thrive as educational leaders. I do this by focusing on three pillars: conscious leadership, creativity, and connection. So welcome to today's coaching. If you are signing in, please let me know where you're coming from. I'd love to connect with you. So today I want to close off the month of October, which was focused on emotional wellness, with the concept that it's important to watch the negative mental looping that can easily be going on in our heads, especially as we're moving forward in this school year. So I want to present three strategies to help you focus on pivoting away from negative mindsets and reframing situations so you feel empowered and in control and ready to act. So let me share these strategies. So before I dive into these three strategies, the first thing we need to realize that it's all about minding our mind. We need to be constantly vigilant as to what we're consuming, what we're thinking, how we're acting, what we're saying, because it all has a direct impact on our thoughts. And if we're not careful, it could, impact our mood, our emotions, and our actions. So this is about minding your mind. So if we move forward and I share with you the first strategy. The first one is one that we all, and I'm going to be tapping into wisdom teaching here. Again, this is where conscious leadership comes in. So wisdom teaching, Eastern philosophy of approaching leadership. So the first one is to watch our projections. Now, what do I mean by projection? So projection is when and we've all done this, when we something happens and we're putting a story onto what happened, and we are projecting that someone may be feeling a certain way towards us, or that, oh, they didn't respond, that means that they didn't like what I had to propose. So it's again spinning your own narrative onto a person or a situation, and as a result causes you to feel anxious, to feel worried. It feeds that ego, that inner child, that small mind, and as a result keeps your light dim and keeps you small and not performing to your full capacity. Okay, so projections, or in other words, when you're assuming you know what the other person is feeling, thinking, you can get into a lot of trouble. Okay, so just be careful with that, and try to catch yourself when you're spinning your own story onto a situation. That's the number one. Not easy, but with time, it's an exercise. You develop this muscle. Number two is to watch out for the shoulds. So every time you're talking and you're saying, we should be doing this, we should be doing that, he should be like this, you're again resisting what's in front of you. You're resisting the reality, and as a result you're putting more pressure on yourself, on your staff, on others to perform a certain way. We all know that we're going through a school year that has never been seen before, and we're asked to constantly pivot, adjust, and the only thing that is normal or that is consistent is that nothing is consistent. That's the only consistency we have: inconsistency. So because of that, and to lower the bar a little bit and to show grace and compassion towards each other and others, removing should from our vocabulary is another great strategy. Because catch yourself when you're saying, oh, I should be doing this, he should be doing that. You're putting that pressure and that expectation onto yourself. And sometimes it's just not possible to meet these expectations, knowing what we know now and what's happening. So it's, again, to be mindful, because don't forget the reason this is part of October is all about emotional wellness. And how many times are we putting this pressure on ourselves because of the script that we've been fed by society and our families, and then we keep adopting because we haven't deconstructed it. So these shoulds, these false paradigms, are hindering us. So just again, be mindful of the vocabulary you're using. So that's the second strategy. Next, accept, and I've talked about this before, but I love it. It's important. It's pivotal. Accept the as-isness and take action, because I've mentioned a few weeks ago, accepting the as-isness has nothing to do with being like hands in the air, I give up. On the contrary, accepting the as-isness means that you are aware of what's in front of you, you're accepting the current reality, and you're tapping into what we call our positive masculine energy, or take action energy. And we are taking action and just being discerning, being confident in our choices, and being proactive. So you accept the as-isness. Okay, so the kids have to wear masks. We have to be a certain distance. We don't have as many resources. There are all kinds of hurdles. That's the as-isness. Now, how am I going to pivot, take action, and find a way of finding that silver lining? How am I going to take action? That's in your control. That's in your sphere of influence, right? So accepting the as-isness does not mean that you're giving up. On the contrary, it means that you're pivoting and you're taking action towards a positive goal and a positive end, a positive goal, basically a goal. Okay, so those are the three important key elements to stopping that negative mental looping, because it's all in your control. Okay, the first one is to stop the projections, stop spinning a story onto a person or a situation. Stop that. Stop the words should. Do not put should in your vocabulary, because that is it's an unrealistic expectation. It's going to set you up for failure and misery. And number two, accepting the as-isness, and then pivoting away towards action. I'd love to know what your thoughts are and how this lesson resonated with you. Please post your thoughts down below and let me know, because this is within our control. This is a way for us to feel that we have control over our mind. We know how to actively mind our mind so we can become better leaders. I can't wait to see you next week for a new theme. We are jumping into November, and I can't wait to connect with you then. Until then, if you know somebody who can benefit from this content, make sure to send them over to this page. I'm sure they'll enjoy it as well. Take care. Bye for now.